Hi everyone, I'm Scott from the Old Curiosity Shop, and I'm back with Salem, and we want to talk with you today about, what happens when the trick-or-treaters are all over with, it's November the 1st, you don't necessarily still want this kind of thing out in your house for decoration. What do you do then? Well, I have some ideas that are going to magically appear behind me for some awesome autumn decor. I hope you'll stay tuned.
There's an old curiosity shop. Every once in a while I go by there for the fond recollections that lie there in that old curiosity shop.
Well, hi everyone, and welcome back to part 2 of a not so scary Halloween decor video. Now, I did one of these videos back in late August, that was part 1, and everything in that video is completely different from everything in this video. Now, what's different today is that everything you see, everything is for sale. It's also currently for sale in the Old Curiosity Shop, that's right. I turned a new page. I've really been trying to keep up and do my best with this. That is that I photograph everything, inventory it, clean it, price it, list it, and I do that just before I publish these videos to give you a chance. I want to do better customer service. So that's what I'm trying to do. So this long explanation is to let you know that it's all for sale. Now, I start everything off as an auction. And so, depending on when you see this video, the auction may have already ended, but they do run for 7 days. So if you watch the videos when they are released or a day or two after, you'll still have plenty of time if you see something that you're interested in. Just follow the link below and you'll find all the items. Let me see, what else do I want to tell you about that? Well, everything that you see here came from flea markets, thrift shops, secondhand stores, church bazaars, that kind of thing. Don't really have any yard sales here in the city. Again, I'm going to say that I stuck to a color scheme pretty much of what you would see in the leaves of the trees. And here in early October, we're starting to turn here in the Northeast, just a slight bit. And so let's be quiet. Well, you don't have to be quiet. Let me be quiet and just at least zoom in here and tell you what's for sale. Now, I will be honest, I haven't had a chance to research everything. When I told you that it's all up for sale in the Old Curiosity Shop, I kind of fibbed. This is early morning and it's supposed to rain all day today, but we do have a break in the sun. in the clouds. And so I wanted to film this with some sunlight, but I haven't listed anything yet. So I'm not going to publish the video until I list everything, but I wanted to film the video first. I talk a lot. So what I'm saying is I haven't researched everything yet. I do know, I do know that these little guys here are not old, and I think they sell these at Williams and Sonoma, or one of the other big box stores. They're little glass candle holders in the shapes of turkeys, but I bought all 4 of them because they go beautifully with this older piece here, which I think is made by L.E. Smith. I've seen it in several different colors, different some opaque glass, some milk glass, but this one is in amber. And it's a wonderful candy dish with a lid. As I said, I think this might be L.E. Smith. And these are the only items on this table here that I would consider to be new, meaning, you know, the last 10, 15 years. By the way, I'll get this out of the way. Unless I mention it, nothing is chipped or cracked or has sick glass. I try to keep my quality high, so no chips or no cracks. Okay, so we talked about the little tiny, there's 4 of them here, and they do hold little mini candles. Oh, there I am. You're not supposed to see me. There are the mini candles, right? Candle holders right there. And then here's the big turkey. We'll lift him up. Try to get a little sunlight on him. Okay. I really like that. Back there is a large amberina covered candy dish. And again, I don't know if we're talking about L.E. Smith or Indiana Glass, or there's something that gives me a 60s vibe to that piece right there. Just the size of it and the shape of it. It's definitely not a 1920s or 30s piece, but something that would be more mid-century, 50s, 60s, maybe even early 70s. Don't know, but it is amberina. If we're going to go by the definition of red fading into yellow, the yellow is down below. And this is a big candy dish. You could put sweet potatoes in there, or even cookies. Here's a beer stein. What's that doing in the autumn decor? Well, Oktoberfest. Yeah, okay. And I think this is made in Japan. It is. And that stamp right there puts it somewhere between 1921 and 1941. A good guess would be the mid-30s. It has crazing, but there aren't any chips. And we have some German folks doing their thing. I can't really make out exactly what they're doing. Whittling away at something, I suppose, in the Black Forest. I don't know. Anyway, I think it looks good with autumn decor. Again, it has the colors, and, you know, as I said, Oktoberfest.
Put your hands in the air. This is my horse, this is my horse.
Here's a Mccoy vase. I have a Mccoy book, which I haven't really even looked this up yet. There's the Mccoy on the bottom, and I haven't even taken off the Goodwill sticker. So there you can see I paid $3 for it, and the Mccoy stamp is embossed underneath. You can just barely see it, but it's there. A beautiful, elegant piece, probably from the late 30s to the 40s, and it has no chips or cracks on it either, remarkably. I added that because I needed a splash of yellow. Here's another amberina piece, a little cordial glass, a little wine glass, in a buttons. Is it buttons and bows, or just star bursts and buttons, and who cares? It's a little amberina glass. And it's just one, but hey, listen, if you're single or, I don't know, put the kids to bed and stay up late and have yourself a little hot toddy in that, or a little something, a little cordial, okay? Maybe this would start a new collection for you. You could, you know, go out and find the rest of them. Here's a lovely piece of Crackle glass in amber. Very popular stuff in the 50s and 60s with an applied handle. Very nice. And then underneath of these two is a beautiful, elegant candy dish, I would say. Well, a serving dish. It Could be used on the dining room table for other things, pickles, olives, whatnot. But it is a beautiful amber color. It is made by one of the elegant companies, and I seem to always name the same ones: Fostoria, Cambridge, Duncan Miller. There must be 20 or 30 of the elegant glass makers of the 20s and 30s, but beautiful gold embossed decoration on the outside. Most of the gold is there. You get a little bit of wear. Very elegantly done. And that would add some class to your table this fall season. Let's put these back. I need to fix the strap on my watch, don't I? Okay, we did all of those. Here's another little from the 1930s, probably a candy dish or a nut dish. And this is wonderful because it has the chrome on the bottom of it. The glass is made by a glass company, and then these are usually sent to either Farberware or not Chase. I want to say, well, let's see if this one is even marked. Farber did most of this work. There it is. Yeah, Chromecraft Farber Brothers, Farberware. They were up in Brooklyn, if I remember correctly, where their factory was. And this was very popular in the 30s to combine glass and chrome. Okay, so use that for whatever you choose. Here's another little, is this Crackle? No. But this is blown with a pontil mark on the bottom and applied handle. A little jug, just a little red glass jug. You could put one little cattail in there, I suppose. Move that over there. But you know, you don't have to have a lot of space. Look at these little tiny pieces here, all sitting down in this divided glass dish. You don't really have to, you know, if you just want to have the hint of fall colors, it doesn't take a lot of space or a lot of money. And you can decorate this way. And the nice thing about these items, I think, they bring the fall colors into your home, and you can decorate with these September, October, November. You can keep these things out for up to 3 months, really. You know, listen, as soon as Labor Day is over, the summer's over, right? Especially here in the Northeast, we put our beach chairs away. We get a few nice days in September, but a lot of us are ready to turn inward and get those warm colors. And I have to admit, again, I thumbed my nose at amber and amberina and and harvest gold. I didn't like these colors because they reminded me of the 70s. Until I really started to discover some of the older pieces and the quality pieces and how you can combine them to really give the beautiful look of the autumn colors. So I did all that talking and I don't even know where I am now. Okay, let's just go back to this. This is a beautiful serving dish. Probably was not meant for candy, but probably meant for the dining table. And it has a very Fostoria look to me. I'm sure someone out there is going to look it up and tell me, and that's wonderful because obviously I haven't had a chance to do that yet. So Cambridge, Fostoria. I should have that handle memorized, but I don't. Anyway, a serving dish probably, but could also be used for candy. 2 Carnival Glass pieces back there. In the iridescence basket, which could have fall flowers in it, and then a small bowl with the grape and I think it's grape and cable, or at least grape. I don't see cables, but would make a nice candy dish. I have a small collection of Carnival Glass, maybe 15 pieces that I really enjoy, and I've been gifted a few pieces. These are pieces that I specifically bought to resell, and so I like Carnival Glass, but I don't save everything. So these are pieces that I did buy to resell. This looks very 1930s. It just has that element of Art Deco to it. It's a small milk pitcher, I would guess, for the breakfast table. And if we turn it upside down, we are bound to see Czechoslovakia, and we do. The Czechoslovakians loved this color, and they put it on so much of their pottery. I like that. And just a little vase, little stoneware piece here. I love the green on the inside. And that has also sort of a 1930s look to it, sort of Art Deco. Art Deco influenced anyway. There's nothing on the bottom of this that I can see, so it could be a United States maker. And it could be from the 30s or 40s. You know, the Deco influence, as we know, lasted several years. So when we say Deco, we don't necessarily mean, 1925 to 1930. It can go well into the 60s and beyond. But this piece, I think, is probably a 1930s or 40s piece. It has that feel to it. And then finally, the last piece, and I have to admit, I might change my mind and not sell it. Now that I'm teasing you with it. Let me get a few of these pieces out of the way without waking up the cat, who you cannot see at the moment, but who is perched right there in the window. Okay, so we're trying. See, we have kind of it's supposed to be really nasty and rainy today, and it was raining earlier, but we have a break, and it's kind of nice out there. Although it's chilly, or cool rather. I think it's only about 50, maybe 55 degrees, but he likes it right there. So we're gonna try not to disturb him. Anyway, what I wanted to show you, that's Salem the cat, by the way, for those of you who haven't been introduced. And he will be 18 on his next birthday, so he's a good old kit. Okay, look at this. Now, I'm dying to find out who the maker is of this. I have not researched it yet, but this is a good piece of glass. And it has a wonderful Art Deco design. This, I feel, is definitely from the 1930s. Look at the top. I love it. It's very heavy. You can tell it's a quality piece of glass. We see the wear on the bottom, exactly where we would expect to see it. You see all the points there, which would be the highest level? That's where this thing has been slid across a table for 80 years. All those little points of wear. But it is just a beautiful, large amber vase, and I wish you could, now that my fingerprints are all over it, let me get it up here in some light, or try to anyway. And we'll move the cat. Isn't that a beautiful vase? Back up, back up. Okay, there we go. So, anybody have any help for me on this one? I'm really dying to know who the maker is. I'll have to, it stands, oh, that's a good 10 inches tall, and it's a very heavy, heavy base. And I love it. Okay, well, I've messed up my display here, so I will just turn this camera around and greet you for a second, and then we'll bring this one to an end.
Fred Allen will be back again next week at the same time. This is the Armed Forces.
Okay, I'm sorry, but that candle looks like coagulated vomit. Does it not? I mean, come on. Really?